We finished our last video bringing in 2026 with fireworks under the Brooklyn Bridge.
In this video, we start by trying to find the best pancakes in New York City. We check out some interesting art, all while exploring the top 7 things you can do in New York City for free. This video is jam-packed with exploring New York City.
I'm Rick.
I'm Vera.
And we love to travel.
While we have visited countries near and far, in 2022, I bought a camper van.
The goal was to travel and see the country.
This is our journey. To fuel our day, we start at Sundays in Brooklyn. Mr. Carter is on a personal quest to find the best pancakes in America. In his research, this is another one that he found for New York City. And it's not just a pancake, it's literally a pancake.
Crazy.
Okay, babe, you're gonna have to rate it. Okay?
Rate it?
Yeah, what's your rating gonna be?
I don't know yet. Presentation looks awesome.
Presentation is awesome. So would that be a 5?
That's a 5.
Definitely a 5. Okay,
Score
so then
1 to 5.
all right, score 1 to 5. The taste is another one, and then the texture. I mean, it definitely looks like. Let's see how it looks.
Ooh, it's so moist and fluffy.
Let me see.
Okay.
That looks good. First bite.
Yes, talk about pancake. This was literally a cake made in the pan, and it is baked. And what made it special was its hazelnut maple praline syrup with brown butter on top. And it's literally delicious. The savoriness of it, the fluffiness of the cake inside, and then just the way it was cooked, all together made this a delicious blend of happiness inside.
Was it crispy?
Yes, and it was crispy as well.
What I loved about Sundays in Brooklyn is just the cool vibe. It was laid back, intimate, and conveyed a really relaxed atmosphere. I would go back without a doubt.
Since we're in Brooklyn, the first place on our list that is absolutely free to check out in NYC is DUMBO. Do you know what that acronym stands for? If so, put it in the comments below. This little section in downtown Brooklyn is now a hub for shopping and eateries. Though it clings to its industrial roots in terms of its architecture, it is very, very modern.
A short walk away from DUMBO is the Brooklyn Bridge. It has a reputation all its own and certainly complements the New York skyline. It's the second place on our list of free things to do in New York City. The Brooklyn Bridge is a magnificent cable-stayed suspension bridge spanning over 6,000 feet. It connects Brooklyn to Manhattan over the East River. On its east side, you can get a glimpse of the Manhattan Bridge, underneath which is DUMBO, and on the other side, you could see Lady Liberty.
Crossing the bridge on foot is an experience in itself. Despite its age, while we were there, the maintenance crew were making sure that the bridge was safe and passable, given the recent weather. I didn't realize that the walkway was made out of wooden planks. Though safe, you could catch a glimpse of the water peeking through every now and then. The third place on our list of free sites/activities is a relatively short 10-minute walk once you exit the Brooklyn Bridge and head west. Designed by Santiago Calatrava, the Oculus at the World Trade Center is quite a modern take on a transit hub. It replaced what was once a relatively nondescript transportation hub. Now this transportation hub has quite a presence. As you exit the Oculus, across the street is the reflecting pools of the original World Trade Center site.
Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. We're down here at the World Trade Center Memorial Site and kind of just remembering what this site used to look like. It's so different. And now we have the Oculus that's kind of overlooking it, which replaced what used to be, for all intents and purposes, a shopping mall. I used to work in 5 World Trade Center for a company when I was in high school. And it's been a long time since I've been here. To see it is strange and sad and all the things. As I was looking at the site, I remembered I'd made an entry into my scrapbook at the time commemorating that day. In part, I wrote, after a week of repeatedly seeing the news clips of the planes crashing into the towers, the scene in Pennsylvania and at the Pentagon, I listened to Peter Jennings on World News Tonight, and when countries around the world observed a moment of silence for all the victims, I sobbed. For all the people, for the towers, and for me.
The 2 reflecting pools are situated in a spot where the towers once stood. It is a beautiful monument to those who lost their lives on September 11th. Walking the grounds, visiting the pools, and the survivor tree are all free. It's definitely worthwhile.
Our next stop is Chelsea Pier, where we check out
Seeing this exhibit is immersive and interactive. On the one hand, you know you are looking at digital images. But on the other hand, what you think is a wall could be glass from floor to ceiling, deepening this immersive experience.
Now, this is a cool activity, the High Line. It's an elevated park that's about 1 3/4 miles long and ends at 34th Street. I love the idea and can imagine that the summertime brings lots and lots of people enjoying the city and taking a stroll. It's a pedestrian-friendly way to get around the city and enjoy the sights, including looking uptown one way and seeing the Statue of Liberty on the other. The High Line is number 5 on our list of the top 7 things to do for free in New York City.
One of the stops along the High Line is Chelsea Market. The area that Chelsea Market inhabits is what used to be the meatpacking district. Now it's an eclectic market mixed with places to eat and shop, a welcome relief from the cold and a break from the High Line. It's number 6 on our list of free things to do while in the Big Apple. There you can find a wide variety of foods to suit all taste and preferences. They also have some specialty shops. Looking for some Italian cookies or specialty chocolates, you can find it there. I found a great ramen restaurant and the food was amazing.
So it's been a few days since we've been in New York City, and we have done a number of things, just gotten out. It is January and it's like super cold. It's in the 20s, but that's kind of the way it is in New York City in winter. So today we do have a few other items, but before we kind of explore the rest of the places that we want to explore today, I did want to take you around the campground that we're staying at. We're staying at the Skyline RV campgrounds, and it's in Brooklyn and it overlooks the city, all along the East River. The views are amazing. Like, you just cannot beat them. You know, the campground is a campground. I'll show you what that looks like. You can make your own decisions about that. So let me take you around. Okay. So here is where. So this is Skyline, and I'm going to walk you inside so you can see what it looks like from this vantage point. And they were doing some work in here earlier. And here are the showers. It's 5 of them. We did not use the showers here. Like I said, the appeal here definitely is the location. Downtown. You can see One World Trade Center right there. There's the Empire State Building right there. So this is this campground in the wintertime. And that's Midtown Manhattan right there. So, like I said, I think it's a great camp spot for the great views of the city and just being able to get access to everything, because you can hop on the train and stuff like that. And here's looking back at it. And there's Sebastian over there, chilling, staying warm, keeping us warm, ready for our next adventure. And you can see the spots where people park at all along the back row there, the way our vehicles are. So those are where you would plug in. You just can't beat the location. You just can't beat it. So babe, your thoughts about it?
My thoughts about really love the location. You can't beat it. The views are spectacular. It's locale, it's close to everything. And yeah, it may not have all the amenities that you might like. It has a long way to go. Hopefully that's in the future. But just know that if it starts becoming more than what it is right now, you're going to have to pay a price for that. But other than that, a really nice locale and beautiful sights of the East River in New York. And look at that skyline. It is spectacular. Can't beat it. There's no other place. That's my 2 cents.
Is that your 2 cents? All right. Okay, let's get back in the van. This is where we're gonna have something delicious for lunch. You gotta put on gloves for this one. How is it, babe? The guy at the counter suggested we try this. It's called Urim and Cheddar. And we're at a Korean, an Asian-inspired grocery store that has a area where you can just get fresh food cooked to order. So we're gonna try it. And he suggested that we have the gloves. I think I get why he suggested the gloves, because it can get messy.
That must be cool flavor.
Ooh, that is good. That's delicious. So he says it's thinly sliced beef and it's marinated. So babe, how do you think it was?
Amazing. Jalapeno chips, just a compliment to what was there. Savoriness, chewy softness, a little bit of sweetness in there somewhere. Not at all.
Shopping area. So we are at the Vessel on 33rd Street, and luckily we also caught a few of the remaining lights that they have up, and it's really, really beautiful. And this is probably our last night in the city, and we wanted to take advantage of as much of it as we could. So yeah. So anyway. It is our last morning in New York City. We're getting ready to head out, and we just thought we would share some reflections and reactions and of all of that of being here. My top 3 experiences of being back home is definitely when we stayed at the Skyline RV place. The views of the city were just really spectacular, and I'm really glad we did it. Second thing was, in all the years that I lived in New York City, I never walked across the Brooklyn Bridge, so that was a first for me. And I think the third thing is probably just seeing the way the city has reinvented itself post 9/11. Obviously, we went to the World Trade Center Memorial Site, and that was very moving and sad, and just even to this day, it's still very sad for me, because I used to work there. So I have a very specific memory of it being a particular way. And it's just very different now. But, such is life, you have to move with it and roll with it and create new things when tragedy happens. And I'm glad that the city had taken that and turned it around and made it a beautiful memorial for all of the victims that were there on that fateful day. And of course, seeing the holiday lights was just a bonus. Driving a van in the city is certainly a very different experience than, just, having the subway at your disposal and coordinating your mobility around the city, around the subway. But it's different now. They've remapped all of the streets so that, they have dedicated bike lanes and dedicated bus lanes and things like that. So sometimes that can be a little tricky, kind of navigating through the city to get from one point to another, anticipating that you're going to be merging with all of these different modes of transportation. So it certainly makes it very interesting. What about you?
I'll say for simple fact, not only makes it difficult navigating, I think it makes it challenging when you're actually what used to be a 2-lane street is now really a 1-lane, because cars can double park at any time for loading and unloading. So that makes getting around a little bit more challenging at times, especially in high traffic areas. And then, you got people not only double parking, but sometimes they'll triple park, or they'll just stop right in front of you, or people will cut across, or you got a bike flying past you. So it's a lot more interesting because of the range of vehicles now, with electric bikes, scooters, and just people and etc. that are going on and around in the city. So it's a lot of movement, and I guess they have to facilitate that change with all these different vehicles. So just saying that, all in all, we did it. I understand it. Not everybody is born or raised with having a car at a young age, driving around driving around New York City, because why would you? When you got mass transit, that will take you everywhere. So I get that. It's just a different animal, and you have to, negotiate that and do the best you can with it.
So as we head out, we're going to go across the George Washington Bridge and head on back south. So we'll take you along.